sure. All right, let's get ready to rock and roll here. Yep. Hey, what's going on? Beast Mode Brandon back again. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully you guys are having a blessed one. I saw some of you guys put in the chats. Hey, you green? I'm telling you, SMP, let's go. You know the goal right here, 1K a day. It all goes back to what's in our hearts. You know what I mean? Me, I want to make more so that I'm able to bless more. And what's in my heart is to give back to the churches, communities, friends, and family, making the world a better place for all. So that's really my why. I can sit here and trade by myself, but hey, that's no fun. It's better when we all link arms together and we have fun doing it that way. You know what I'm saying? So it's an honor, it's a blessing. I love giving people the clarity, and go over with some of the things that we do on a daily basis. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's rock and roll. So tonight's class, I do get a couple questions, and people ask me about all the tools that I pay for. Truthfully, me, Mike, and Jamar collectively, we probably pay for. I mean, I don't even want to put a number out there, but I'd say $2,000 plus on softwares and tools that we use, just to have all of us have the opportunity, to be able to trade with that. You know what I mean? So just I want, if you don't understand how to use it, then it's not going to be beneficial for you as much. You know what I mean? So that's really the main purpose of tonight's call. We're going to go over. I'm going to look and give you my process, how I go through using the Discord, and you guys can utilize all that. You know what I mean? So a lot of us look at order flow. A lot of us look at the bullish and bearish flow, where some of the levels are at, and I'm gonna show you how we do that. So let's dive in. Let's have some fun. At any given time, if you guys have any questions, comments, or anything like that, you can save it for the end. You can throw it in the chat box if you want, and I will try to address them as we're going. So let's rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? You guys ready to have some fun? Hey, put a one in the box. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. I see you guys putting the ones. You guys are awesome. All right, there we go. Mike, you see my Thinkorswim chart, right? Is that what you see? I believe that's what you see.
Yes, I see that.
All right, we're gonna pull up Discord. All right, and second thing, we're gonna pull up our chart, right? So when we're coming into here, I'm just gonna pick a random symbol off the top of my head. I don't. Everybody be talking about MSTR. Let's just talk about that one, since we always talk about SPY, we always talk about this MSTR, right? So if we look at this and pull it up on the chart, I could dissect this and see what I like, right? See the color of my candles, and see if we got a reversal arrow. Some things that kind of go in my mind, or what I'm looking at is something right like this, right? So we can always, now where did my drawing tools go? Oh, there they are. We can always say, well, where are we at? From a pattern standpoint, I'd say that we have a trend line right here. I'd say that we have a trend line right here. We're kind of coming into an area or pinching. Something's going to happen. Or if you put one just like this, we are right here at this area. Is this something that's primed, right? A couple things I see is our candles are red, but I believe they're on the verge of going green. So I'd probably be a little bit more bullish towards that. But where some of these levels are at. You guys even know where the first place to go take a look at, where you're trying to come into the market. You know what I mean? We know, like, we want to be in opportunities like this when the candles are green, right? We want to be into a position where we have our boogie call right there. There's a swing trade, stop out, price pushes up. Here's another entry. There's your stop out, price pushes up. Here's another entry. There's your stop out, price pushes up. Here's another entry. There's your stop out, grand slam. How do we capture these moves right here, right? Well, there's a couple things that go to it. Sometimes the large institutions and buy orders come in there. It's just something to keep an eye on. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we can look at a chart and say this or that, but let's go into the Discord, right? You level 3. Any alert that we have, me, Jamar, Crypto Black, James, Mike, we go in the stocks and options alert if we're alerting some sort of swing trade. Man, you look at the ones Jamar's been pulling off of his AI and all that stuff, man, he'd be crushing it. So make sure you keep an eye on those and stay active as well. the one swing, the one trade a day strategy that I put out. I mean, that's shaking and baking. We had someone last month use or leverage $100,000, and they made about $22,000 or $23,000 using the same trade that I put out for you guys right there. So when you come into the mastermind and you have I know. I'm saying who wants a month like that? You know what I'm saying? Put a 2 in the box. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody should be putting a 2 in the box because that's a great month. I mean, you start off right, but you got to understand they're more established. They have a larger account. You come in and trade the one trade a day technique with say $2,000. You might make $500 in a month or $700 in a month. From an ROI standpoint, if someone has $100,000 and they make 22,000, they've grown their account 22%. If you had $1,000, that'd be like you making $220 a month. That's phenomenal. That is phenomenal. You are winning. Your account is now larger than what it has. Did you know? Or they say 90% of people fail at trading, and even more than that on the day trading side. Why is that? Right? I feel it's because they fail to react to certain levels, or they fail to adjust to market conditions, and they don't have the structure. And we all fix all that inside the mastermind. We have structure, we have a plan, we have the tools that we like, that we all can use. So we already have all that. We are meant to break the odds. We are the 10% club. Let the 90% keep doing what they're doing because hey, we're gonna do what we do, right? So anyway, that's where the alerts are. Anytime that you have a stock or something that you want to put on your radar, you simply come up here to level 3 and you go to stocks and options tab. You can post up in here all day long, right? That you can that you post in here all day long. You got questions, you got something for me, tag at, go like this, at Beast Mode Brandon. You tag this, and look, you press enter. I'm going to get notification right here to my phone that someone tagged me. And if I don't answer, tag me again. I will not take offense to it. Sometimes I get message overload, and I tell people this: ask the questions in the WhatsApp chats or the Discord because other people may want to ask the same question. So if I'm taking time out the day to ask you a question, and they're asking me a question, then it becomes well, people want my personal time, which hey, I'm not against that, but if we could make it easier where everybody could benefit from it, then it makes my job easier. But not only my job, but it helps other people. You follow me? So let's rock and roll. So we come up here. I told you we pay for a lot of stuff in here, right? You go to if you scroll up here and the DCG bot alerts, right? Within this, we'll walk through them. The trading flow, this has swing trades built into it already, right? This has swing trades built into it already. And if you're playing with some of the AI, you could take some of these trades, put it into your AI because they're already trading ideas, and it's going to give you a higher probability. Or if you like something, have someone post it in the AI bot and see what they are. Me personally, in this channel, I'm only looking for the stars. You see the stars and the airplanes. Those are leaps, and that means that the premium is multiple millions of dollars. So someone, right, there's 29 orders, right, on this specific alert. And this is what I want to show you. I'm just giving you a quick rundown. When you got the star right here, that means that the premium that someone spent multiple millions of dollars. Now, I'm going to tell you this. If Mike Meyer puts $2 million into a play, I want to believe that he's pretty confident that that trade's going to go up. I'd be okay putting a couple $100 into that trade. You follow me? Maybe not Mr. Meyer. No, I'm just kidding, Mike. But you get what I'm saying. If you got someone in a hedge fund and they're pretty confident that something might push up, that's going to put it on my radar, and I want to keep an eye on it. You know what I'm saying? When you come up here to the airplanes, that's simply the leaps and $3 million. So sometimes, or this person, ARM, is going out to 9/19/25, which is September of this year. They're taking a put. They're doing 110 strikes, and there's $3 million in it. Maybe they want to hedge it. Maybe they have tons of shares, and they're hedging it. So you do have to be careful because I don't just follow these solely. I will plug them into our charts and our algos that we use. And if it's in alignment, That's two things better than random. Then I'll start thinking about it, put on my thing. So like Microsoft, if we want to look at this, someone put $3 million in it. MSFT. Well, first things I would say, all right, I see my candles are going to be red. I personally couldn't get into this right now, right? For me. Why? Because that's part of my trading plan. Second thing, if I want to be aggressive and I want to take a trade, the only way I would be aggressive and take the trade is I need a reversal arrow. I would enter on this candle, or I would enter right here on these candles, or I would maybe enter on this candle if I had time. But where are you going to cut your trade out? Our last arrow was red, so I can't enter this trade until we get a reversal arrow to the upside. Then I would think about taking my position, and that's just me. That goes back to using some of the tools that we have. That goes back to using your specific rules that you created for yourself and staying steady with it. So let's go back to the Discord. Bullseye. These are swing trades that expect to play out in 1 to 2 days. I'd say extended day trades. If you're looking for trade ideas, scalps, same thing, 30 minutes. But you have to be careful in these because, look, there's 1 day alerts, there's 30-minute alerts, but they give you where the stop loss is. So if it breaks that, these things are no longer valid. You come down here to the sweeps. All the sweep is an option order that is an abundance of money, typically 100,000 or more, that's taken into it. I don't look at the sweeps. I go into the golden sweeps. You guys know what all this is right here? You hear Jamar talking about order flow, options, or options like bullish and bearish flow. This is what this is right here. We all have the scanners right here. You don't have to want to pay for nothing extra because it comes right here to you guys. Everybody follow me. Put a 1 in the box right now if you follow me. Make sure you guys are all with me. You do not have to pay for anything more. All right? I see tons of ones. Still not what I want to show you. I'm going to show you how I dissect something on my radar. Dark pool. These are, look for the yellow boxes. These are large amounts of money. Look, $109 million. $109 million that someone put into this share right there. So these are typically share orders that they're putting, and a lot of times, I mean, it's just supply and demand. When people are buying shares, price is pushing up. When people are selling shares, price falls down. Insiders, it's large transactions. Analysts, you can read it. This is just nonstop analyst upgrades, downgrades. Now, if you are a crypto, you have your crypto breakouts. Now, remember, you have to keep in mind that, look, these are all different. Here it says 1 hour chart. This is a 1 hour breakout. You come down here, 1 day chart. That is a 1 day breakout. You know what I mean? So it's all different. I think there's 4 hour in this. There's 30-minute. So if you want ideas on the crypto side, there you have it. Stocks on the breakout. It is the same exact thing. You got stocks, and this is more my department because I love stocks and options for the simplicity. Same thing. Hourly chart, hourly chart, hourly. But there daily chart, weekly chart, right? So if you click on this, it brings a chart up. This is something that I want to take an eye on. It's breaking out of a resistance level. Isn't that something you want to put on your radar? Still not what I want to show you guys, but does everybody have a okay or better understanding of some of these Discord bots that we have that we all have access to? Put a 3 in the box right now if everybody has a slightly better understanding. I see a yes, absolutely. I see a couple 3s. Awesome. All right. Now, drum roll. You guys ready for what I want to show you guys and how I use this to my advantage and how I can find different things on my radar? Everybody ready for that one? Let's go. Talk to us, B. All right, so you come down here to the bot commands, and we're going to just pick something out together, right? What you guys need to do, right? One of the first things that I like to do, if I'm coming into the market tomorrow, because I don't want to do it now, because a lot could happen tomorrow. So if I come into the markets tomorrow and I'm looking to trade something, right? You have 1 or 2 opportunities or ways that you could pivot. With that being said, one of the things I like to do and how you do this is if you see right here and you put a slash, you see where all these things come out? You put a slash and type out tradie, every single one of these commands now come up. And it is self-explanatory. Chart, daily price, DP, generate dark pool levels, visualization, right? You have density, contract, chart, chains, algo flow, whale watch, top flow, support and resistance levels. You have projections, you have big flow, you have the heat map, you have the whale target, you have the seasonality. So I'm going to go to seasonality first, right? And you type your symbol in. I said MSTR because that was just what came to my head first. Just so you know, I don't script it or nothing like that. We just want to look at MSTR and see how we do it. So first things first, I'm going to press this, and it's going to pull up the seasonality. When I click on this, right, what this tells me is if we are above this line right here, right, if we are above this line, the three strongest months out of the year for MSRT is what? January, October, and I would say February, March, July, and November all a tie. So I'd say January, February are strong, and October strong. If historically we have a stronger seasonality, is this something you want to put on your radar? Put a yes or no in the box. And I didn't even know this. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is nuts. Everybody says yes. You guys are rock stars. You're absolutely right. All right. So first things first, we're in January, February. MSTR is historically something that I would like to put my money into, right? So then the next thing, I know the seasonality is up, right? So then I'm going to come to my chart and I'm going to say, all right, let's type it in MSTR and I'm going to say dissect it. We already did a little bit of it. Swing Master Pro candles are red. I do know if it breaks this right here, I could see a huge push up. Another thing I see is based off market structure. We pushed up, we had a low. We pushed up, we had a low. Right? We pushed up, we had a low. We pushed up, we took this out right here. Now we're going to start trending down. We put a low in, we come back up, put a high in. We put a low in, right? Now we take this out right there. Guess what? Now we're in an uptrend. Price come down, price comes back up. This needs to hold right here. That 300 level is huge, right? And MSTR has a large ATR, average true range. It just means how much it typically moves in a day. All right. So now to me, market structure is in alignment with us. So I would do something just like this. Here, oops, that's kind of butched. This would be my trend line. So I'll be looking more bullish right now. But I'm not just going to take it because I could take it because look what we got today, that reversal arrow. So we're going to watch this tomorrow, and I'm going to be watching it. But let's dissect it just a little bit more, right? So season out. Hey, Mike, don't be putting stuff in yet and messing up my thing, or I'm going to delete it. Wait till after I'm done to be playing with it, all right?
Can't even
So
get
look,
it to work.
this is what you got to do. You got to type slash, and you put tradie in, and then all these things will come up. So just don't do nothing yet until I'm done because I want you guys to see all this, right? But I'm not going to delete it. I'll be nice. So I put slash tradie in. Then coming into today at about 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to run something right here. I'm going to say, well, let's scroll down here and let's find the top flow. This is the most buying option calls and puts on the day. So if I click this and I press enter, let's see what comes up. All right, let's make it bigger. No way. Look at this. You guys see MSTR? That's number 3 on the most bullish flow bought today. Does everybody see that right there? That's even more confirmation that this thing has a good probability to push up. All right, we got a reversal arrow in Swing Master Pro AI. Seasonality is bullish this month, right? Then now we're number 3 on the top bullish flow today. And the market didn't do nothing today. It went up and it came back down. It went back up. It stayed almost in a box. So now I got high conviction that I really want to keep an eye on this, right? Really want to keep an eye on this. All right. Well, I'm not as good as Brandon. I don't know about the support and resistance. So I'm going to do /tradie again. And I'm going to say, well, let's see where our support and resistance levels are, because Brandon just simply blown through that real fast. And let's click that. MSTR. All right. And press enter. Guess what this does? No way. This now gives us, right, what I just shown you. If you can't do it for yourself, we have a huge support level right here at 327.91. What does this chart tell me right here, right? Let me change my color. This chart, I could see something just like this. What do we say? You have that trend line right here that we are respecting, right? We had a high, a low, a high, a low, a high, a low. We just took that out. Guess what? We should take this high out and hit that target right there. That is about a 60-point push to the upside. The only way that will not happen is if some crazy news comes out, and that is where we use our proper risk management. So now, right, does everybody see these support and resistance levels? Put a 1 back in the box. Make sure you guys are paying attention. You guys are awake. We all going to be Discord experts after this. The reason I'm showing you guys this is because I need you guys to accept the challenge at the end. All right? Tons of stuff right there, right? Tons of stuff. So then, the next thing that we got, all right, the next thing that we can use is this right here. Mike, quit doing it. Put slash.
I know what next then.
/tradie, all right? /tradie. Next thing we can do, right? We can say, well, where is our flow heat map? Generate an options flow heat map visualization. All right. All right, Brandon. I understand everything you're doing. I want to do it for myself, but the strikes just simply confuse me. I shouldn't say confuse me. I'm just unsure about the clarity of what strike to take. All right. That's no problem. Guess what? Let's click this one now. Put our symbol, MSTR. Let's see what this map shows us. All right. This map, guess what it's showing us? It is showing us where the most money is with the option expiration and the strike. Can you believe that? Can you believe that we pay for all this and not a lot of people utilize it? And that's why tonight we are going over this, because we are now all educated on it. So guess what? It's 114 right now. If we're taking a swing trade, I would maybe go out next Friday if I want to do a shorter term one. If I go out to 31st, that's where I want to go, right? But check it out. There's 2 million, there's 2.37 million at the 350 strike. Right? So that means, in my opinion, if people buy that strike, they think it's going to go up there, right? It's at 342. The problem with this company is it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but there's ways for us to go cheaper with our 19-cent delta rule. So we go out to this expiration, we go to the 350 strike, they're $1,800. I know that there's $3 million of orders sitting there. I know that the probability of this to go up another $8 or $10 is very high. If we use our 19-cent delta rule and come all the way out here, we can get into this trade for about $500, $530. Might be a little bit high for some people, and that's okay. This process we're going over works on anything, right? So now check it out, right? If we bought the 405 calls and we're expecting to get an $8 push, say we risk 500 and, or we'll just go down to this one, the 530, the 410 calls. There's plenty of open interest. It's $530. If this moves $10 in our favor, that means we could take 18 cents times 10, which is $180. We should make about $180. Well, that's on average, or not average, that's like a ballpark. If it moves in one day in our favor or 2 days, it's going to be worth a lot more. It might be worth like $250 or $300. We're just going to say $180 for giggles, right? So if you come in here and you take $180 and you divide it by the $530, that's a 33% ROI trade. Are you risk-free on that? Are you happy with that? Give me a yes in the box if you'd be happy with that. Look, y'all's put yeses in the box. That is a winning trade. Why? Because this process that we went over and we're going over right now, we can do this all the time. We're always going to have an opportunity to buy something. And on the put side, it works exactly the same thing, right? The next thing that we could do, right, while we're looking at this, trading, right, slash, oops, I did it wrong, slash, trading. This brings up all of our alerts. We can come down here to the GEX levels. This is your gamma exposure. This tells us where a lot of options are. We click on this and we can press MSTR. And now let's check it out. What's this tell us? This tells us right here that there is a lot of sell orders on this strike. This tells us there's a lot of buy orders right here. And price currently is about right there. So we know that this is a huge support right here, 337. We already know that on our chart. This just is confirming even more stuff. There's a good probability if we get some bullishness that we may run definitely to 52, which is 10. But the next huge level is at 62. That's 20 points away from where we're at. We don't even need to get all 20 points for us to get 30 to 50% ROI. That is why I love stock options. That is why I love stock options. All right. So another thing that you could do on top of that is you could come into this right here. This is the last thing. This is the last method to my madness when I walk through something. Slash trading, and I'll go to the whale targets. Click it. MSTR. Guess what? Let's see where we're at. It's thinking. All right. No way. Look. First target's 350. Second target's 360. What did we just say? Well, I'm here to tell you, here we got our support, right? If we hit up 350 or 360, that's a potential to get 10 to 20 share points in the option world. That's crazy. But if we're in an uptrend, we're probably going to take this out and revisit this. We might come up, break this, come back down. Come up and break this, come back down. Because we don't ever go straight up. Sometimes this happens. I call it a grand slam. A lot more times, it goes up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, back, up, back. This is the fake out. Now it's taking everybody's money because so many people went long right there. You know what I mean? And even if we did and we bought it in right here, probabilities of us being risk-free in that little bit to protect it, we probably are protected. You know what I mean? So that right there is the last piece to my puzzle. All right? So now coming into tomorrow at I'm East Coast time. Market opens up at 9:30. You want to come in and say, well, at 9:45 or 10 o'clock, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say slash trading, and I'm going to say top flow, right? Top flow. Or here's another one real quick. Big flow. MSRT. This is the last piece I want to show you. If we scroll this in, this is all the orders that came in today with the expirations. Right? Look at all the millions. So these are the biggest flows. Right? That's the piece. Anyway, coming into tomorrow, you can come in here and do trading, right? And you come in here to top flow. You press enter. This is going to show you, not right now because the market's already closed. It's going to show you what's popping off tomorrow. So there's always something to keep your eye on. So now if we were doing the put side, I would look for one of these stocks like SMCI, NVIDIA, right? And do the same exact process. I would look at this. I'd come here to my chart. I would say NVIDIA, NVDA. Let's dissect NVIDIA. Look at this, NVIDIA. Handles are red. Reversal arrow down. I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot for a put, right? But you want some more confidence? Let's check it out, right? It's on the watch list for today going into tomorrow. But coming into tomorrow, you want to practice this. That's what you do. Then you come in here and you say slash trading. And if I was one to trade NVIDIA, I would do the same thing. NVDA. And I would say, what's the seasonality like? Look here, January, it's super weak. Why are we not watching this for January? Same thing. That gives me more conviction, right? Then I come in here and do slash trading, and I'm doing it faster this time. Support and resistance levels. If you struggle with that, we pay for tools for you to be able to do all this yourself, right? NVDA, where are we at? Check it out. Here's resistance. If we take a put, we know that there's a lot of stuff right here. Put a stop out at 173. We're probably going to revisit somewhere down here before potentially bouncing. But we are in a downtrend right now. And historically, NVIDIA is not a good month for January, right? For me, if I was trading this and I found all this out, right? January, coming into the market, right here's January 1st. What did I tell you? I would not take it. I would not take it. I would not take it. I missed this whole move. On this day, I got my first red arrow, red candle. This is my Grand Slam setup. You'll see me on Facebook all the time. Red arrow, red candle, green arrow, green candle. This is simply what I'm talking about right here. Green candle, green arrow, there's a buy. Green candle, green arrow, there's a buy. Green candle, green arrow, there's a buy right there. It's like a cheat code. You know it. Red candle, red arrow, there's a short. Red candle, red arrow, there's a short. Red candle, red arrow, just to put some perspective into it. If you bought NVIDIA up here at $140 and you bought 2 weeks of time, we could pull up a spark chart and see what it'd be worth, right? So this was Wednesday of last week. If you wouldn't buy this Fridays, you'd buy next Fridays, which would actually be like not this Friday, but next Friday on NVIDIA. And you can see this right here. Just so we can see, this will be next Friday. At that point of control, right? At that point, what was the share price? It was at 140. So then you come back here, NVIDIA, 140. We could take our contract. You right-click this, 137 or 139. Right-click it, press copy. Then we come up here to one of our charts that we have, right? And let me see here. And we come over here and we press Control V and press Enter. And this will bring us up right? This will bring us up our option price over the last couple days. So if we took that trade and 1.8, when was that actually? Just double check. That sell happened to be at 1.8. At the end of the day, we would have got into that right towards the end of the day. So if you come back here to that flow, 1.8 right here would be at the end of the day. It closed at $3.81, right? Hit a high of $11.20. So calculator, if you take 11.31 minus $381 and equal it, $750 divided by 361. This right here, right? This move right here. That's why I like options, guys, because you can only lose 100%, but there's no ceiling. If you entered right here and sold right there at the very low, that is 207% ROI. Let me ask you this. Could you have caught 30 to 50% on this move to the downside? We'd probably up 75% or 100% on this day. I'm sorry, but I'm taking my money and I'm walking away. Why would I have taken this trade? Because we have a red arrow, red candle, Swing Master Pro AI, which you guys all have in the mastermind, right? Then you come here to the Discord with the tools that we pay for, right? And our seasonality is weaker. Then you come into our support and resistance levels that we have. And it all started with us investigating with our bullish and bearish flow. Does everybody see that? And that is how I utilize my swing trades. A lot of times turn to day trades using the tools that we have. Now, you guys do me a favor. If you guys got value and you guys feel that you guys want to, or you will use this, right? I want to know something. I want to know if you want to accept the challenge. My challenge is this. I need you guys to start using this, going through the process, tagging me in the stocks and options in the Discord channel, level 3, where I showed you before. You can simply scroll down here, right here to level 3, stock options, tag me, share a stock that you're looking at, and say you went through the process. If you guys are willing to do that, put I accept in the box right now. This is recorded, so we're going to have every single person that's put I accept in the box, and we're going to hold you accountable. If you got value from this and you understand how to use the Discord, put I accept in the box right now, every single one of you guys. If you're watching the recording, you put I accept on it too, and that's how we know that you be watching it. Look, you guys all rocking and rolling. See, there it is. Challenge accepted, documentation beats conversation, and we here. And that's my training tonight on advanced stocks and options. I hope you guys got value from it. Let's open it up if anybody has any questions. Does anybody have any questions they want to talk about?
I have a beginner question.
Hey, go ahead, Linda.
So I have been watching you all trading, and it is quite interesting. I know that I'll understand better what's going on in the morning, but I had some questions about the AI Lotto. Can I ask about that now?
Yeah, go ahead.
So is that high and low? You said those are strike prices that you use, but I was looking, oftentimes price doesn't end up hitting those levels.
All right, so this is what you have to remember right here. These highs and lows are the option contract. It doesn't mean it has to hit that by any means.
Okay. So when would you decide to enter? Would be based on some of the other strategies?
All right, so when we take this, right, let's zoom in real quick. And that is a good question. I mean, now's the time for you to ask questions because that's why we have these classes. So, I also have a master class on this too. I could send to you, but I'm gonna share with you this
Yes.
right here. When I do SPX, and it works on anything. When I do SPX, I put it on the 5-minute chart, right? And the power with this technique is today we got loaded up. You want to see on my spreadsheet? My spreadsheet is right here. I guess see my spreadsheet.
Yes.
Today, I called out. And you can look in the chat too. I called out the 59-10 strikes. You want to know why?
Why?
Because where's our lotto at? You come all the way over here. Is it right there at the 59-10?
Uh-huh.
That's the call I'm getting loaded up. All right.
Okay.
Then on the put side, I loaded up the what was it? The 5800s, I believe, and they are right here, right? See where the AI Lotto low is?
Yes.
All right, so now I got those two strikes right there. The power with these strikes, right? And this goes into the strategy. The power with these strikes is it compiles data and gives us a probability that these specific strikes are going to go 50 to 100% ROI or more. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So now, when our first 5-minute bar puts in place, we pretty much take the high of it. We pretty much take the low of it, but you give it a little bit more. You don't take just the high or the low. You go a little bit higher than the high, and you go a little bit lower than the low. Whatever side it breaks out to the upside or to the downside, that's when we're taking it. All right. Today, we took calls right here. Well, in 10 minutes, it went from 58.66 up here to 58.72. It only moved $5 in our favor. But you want to know what that strike did this morning?
What?
It hit about 80%. Did it hit 50 to 100%?
Okay. All right. So you are, all right, I see.
Hold on a
So you're
second.
using that strike price.
Hold on a second.
That's the strike price you're
Hold
using.
on a second. Did it hit 50 to 100%?
Yes.
Yep,
You said it hit
absolutely.
80%,
So
right?
when we trade this, right, I have you guys going risk-free at 40 to 60%. So everybody that took this, everybody got a winner. Unfortunately, we didn't go straight up here and hit my moon that I have. You know what I'm saying? Our moonshot sky. It didn't hit that today. And some days it doesn't happen. So those strikes are just meant to allow you to know what strike to get loaded up. I had people take the puts on the breakdown here, right? I had people that took the puts right here, and they ended up making about 200%. Had you held the puts the way down there, that's about a 600-700% ROI move.
I see. Okay, gotcha.
The problem
Gotcha.
is it doesn't always move 600 or 700%. The probability to get 4 out of 5 days every single week using these AI Lotto high and lows for the contracts, if you do that, I expect to win 4 out of 5 days. And let's just say I win 40, I win 40, I win 40, and let's say I get one grand slam of 100%, and then let's say on the crappy day I lose 70%. If you come in here and you risk $250 on every single one of these trades this week alone, 40% plus 40% plus four. Oops, I messed up. We got 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 100, which is the percent ROI. That's 220% ROI minus the 70%, 150%. If you use $250 every single day this week, right? $250 and you made 150%, your $250 is now worth about $650. Would you be happy with that on the day trading side, knowing that 90% of people fail?
Okay. And you're using the same day expiration, right?
Yeah, I'm asking, would you be happy with that?
Oh yeah, I would be happy with
All
that.
right. So this is why a lot of people fail, because they want more. They see one day, right? Like if we go back, they see, all right, so like right here, we took calls, and guess what? We got our 50 to 100%. Guess what? We took puts right here. And guess what? You got a grand slam on this day. Okay, cool. You rocking and rolling. Next day, we took puts. We got a little winner. But guess what? It's still a winner. Using the same SPX Lotto system right here, using these strikes in the group, we have a 10-day win streak. So
Okay.
imagine you trading this with me for 10 days in a row, getting a measly 40% on your play, risking $250. Your account is going to love you right now.
Thank you.
Does that answer your question and give you clarity?
It does. It does give me clarity. So is
Awesome.
there a way to set alerts for any of these things and these indicators?
For the buys
Can you
and
get an
sells,
alert when a buy goes, when a buy or sell thing pops up? Is there a way to get an
yeah,
alert on trading?
yeah. You click on the buy, you right click it, add an alert. You go to notifications and you put in your email and it'll email you. So if you right click a chart and press, you come over here and you press that little plus and add an alert, it notifies me. I get a text to my phone.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Anybody else got any questions?
Hey, Brandon.
Go-
So a
Go
lot of
ahead,
this,
Dan.
yeah. So a lot of this is in your AI Swing Master Pro training you did just the other week, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Great, thank you.
Yep. And we also trained all the systems inside Swing Master Pro AI. So one of the most powerful ones is green candle, green arrow on the day trading side. Here's your entry. You're risk free. Here's your entry right there. You got stopped out for a loss. Red arrow, red candle. Here's your entry. Grand slam. Entry, winner. Guess what? You now got 1, 2, 3 winners, 1 loser, and your account is loving you right now. Same pattern, same setup every single day.
And I'm a happy man. Thank you.
Yep.
From the calls, Brandon, you were talking about ceiling break, floor break. I wasn't really sure what that was. Is that like a support resistance kind of break?
So that is my Trendbox Pro system. Which
Okay,
are floor and ceiling. It is this system right here where you see where it says ceiling and floor. You
okay.
see that?
Mm-hmm.
So basically on this one, if let's just look at SPX, right? Let's go back to SPX. And let me make this screen a little bit bigger so we can see it. So this is a standalone system by itself as well. I don't know how to make this chart. Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. How do I make this big? I don't want to mess it up because then it's like I stream it for the room, but it's all good. All right, so check it out. This system right here, the market opens up and it puts a high and a low in, and I have a training for this too. But basically, we're waiting for it to break the ceiling or the floor. Today, it broke the floor, and we go risk-free near that purple line. Did it hit the purple line right there today? Yep. So we have, right, we have stocks that we use using our AI, right? Now, I show you, we have a masterclass on that too. Like yesterday or 2 days ago, it broke the ceiling. There's a winner. Then you come back to another day, right? Just giving you examples. It broke the floor. There's another winner. So 4 days in a row or 3 days in a row, you got winners. So all we're doing is we're waiting for price to either break the ceiling and take calls or buys, break the floor, take sells or puts, and the power behind that is we come back to our first chart and we put on our scoreboard on our hour time frame. It goes back to using the AI, and we see what's loaded up. So if the market was set to open right now, I'd be watching, or I'd alert you guys in the Discord like I do. The strong buy, I'd look for GLD ceiling breaks, JPM ceiling breaks. Then I would go to the sells, and the ones that got the red volume, I would look for Tesla floor breaks, and I would look for NVIDIA floor breaks because everything is red across the line except that one volume box. So every day in the Discord, when you hear me say, where's it at? When you come to the alerts tab every single day, I share with you the stocks that I'm watching off the AI watch list for our floor and ceiling right here. Google and Tesla for ceiling breaks, Visa and Meta for floor breaks. You want to see how they did today, right? We're it's the same pattern, watching it over and over and over again. So, what was the plays? Tesla and Google with an L. So Google with an L, right? We look at this, and we did not break the ceiling. It broke the floor. So I wouldn't take that one, right? So that one wouldn't have triggered. All right. Now we have Tesla, TSLA, and that one broke the floor today too. I wouldn't have taken that one either. So when it loads up, this will be our ceiling up here. It didn't break the ceiling. That happens sometimes, right? Because we wait for our patterns. Then we got Visa and Meta for floor breaks. So if I went to Visa, which is V, I'm only taking a floor break on Visa, right? So then we look at Visa, and that thing didn't break today, right? Then we got a Meta, and sometimes this happens, but it's all about taking the same trade over and over again, same patterns. Meta, I take a floor break, which I did take today, and you see it broke the floor, and did it get close to that purple line? Yep. So we had, from a beginner standpoint, 4 stocks to watch, 1 triggered, and you're 1-0 for the day. Are you happy with that? Absolutely.
Thank you, Brandon.
Yep. Gotcha. We got any other questions?
Hey, Brandon. So
All right.
really good. This is headphone too.
You have a question, bud?
I didn't know if you could hear me good on that earpiece thing.
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
Yeah, there we go. So I was wondering, man, can you use any of those, like those commands and stuff in there in the Discord for trading futures and any?
Yeah, you can use them. You just can't use like the order flow because there's. I mean, I guess you can. I guess there's order flow in futures too. I was just showing you more for like the stocks and options and the swing trading aspect, but you can use the levels and things like that for futures as well. Absolutely, bro.
Okay, cause and also I see how you it got the XPX and the QQQ. So when she asked you about, I can't remember her name, but when she was asking you about the lottos, I think we asked you once before about that. Is that like a strangle you doing when you're doing that?
For which one? The lottos?
Yeah, on that lotto, are you playing that
Yeah,
as a strangle?
it's directional. It's either a call or a put.
Okay, cool. That's what I was wondering because I know you said you were showing two different strikes, but I didn't know which one you was taking. But
Because this is why, because we don't know which way it's going to break out or break down. So if you're not prepared with the call or the put, you just want to waste time then, because sometimes it happens in a couple minutes. You feel me?
okay, yeah, I get you. I get you.
So I do that just to prepare people, because a lot of people follow me, and instead of me like just pulling it on the fly, then everybody can be prepared. So when it happens, then we all can get our 1K a day here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, that's why I'm trying to get to that 1K a day, but I'm gonna take my little steps to get my reps in. But it's cool. But I appreciate you breaking down how to navigate that Discord like that, man. Because I always wondered how you guys put those commands in and got to those tools and how to utilize them like that. So I sure appreciate you for having this call and showing us that, man. That's fire.
Hey, I appreciate that, and I get questions about it all the time, and they say, you pay for this tool or that tool," and it's like, look, I do pay for it, but you don't have to. I mean, really, I could delete all my tools and use what I just shown you. I'm just used to using some of the tools that I do already, and that's why I keep some of the things I do, especially for like other techniques for what we like to do. So it's like, I mean, it's a tax write off, but it is beneficial. I'm saying for you guys, you really don't need anything else because it's really all here. And if you go back here and it's like, there's other bots that I didn't even show you yet, because I knew that I would be taking. I don't want to pull up Mike and go 6 hours on Discord tools. You know what I'm saying?
Why not?
Hey, 1 hour and we done. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. But yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's pretty fire. Cause like I said, I've seen Jamar do it, and I don't know, for some reason I just couldn't catch on to it. But that's perfect, man. That gives you an option, with an opportunity to go and find plays. You know what I'm saying, on your own. So I accept the
That's
challenge
what
as
I'm
well.
saying. But remember, don't be greedy. I only showed you this so that you could tag me, and you said you accepted the challenge. So remember
Oh,
that.
absolutely. I'm gonna tag it. Like if I see it, I go in there. I'm gonna definitely say something about it because I noticed if I say something, I got more eyes on it to tell me if it's a good play or not. If somebody feel like, hey, it's not good, then maybe I need to reconsider. So I'd rather do that than just take the plays on my own and you know.
Absolutely.
But appreciate it.
Yep. Appreciate you. Any other
Yeah,
questions? Go
I
ahead.
agree with all 100%.
Hey, you going to be real active, Dan? I got you. Any other questions?
No, not for me. That was a great class, Brandon. Really, like I agree with what Antonio was just saying. That was so cool. You showing us that stuff. That was awesome, man. Looking forward to getting stuck into it.
Absolutely. I appreciate you guys. You guys are all rock stars. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Hey man, that looked like a rabbit hole right there, man. That's a whole rabbit hole, that's real.
Oh man. All right. Well, hey, I'm gonna give you guys your night back. I appreciate you guys. You guys are all rock stars. I appreciate the love in the box. Hey, awesome, awesome. This is recorded if you do want to go back and watch it. And live trading tomorrow. Be there, be square. Same things that we talked about. You guys accepted the challenge, so we good. With that being said, let's thrive in 25, and this is gonna be our best year yet. You guys have a blessed one. Catch me on the next one. Beast mode out.
Thank you, brother.
Yep. See you, bud.